And we're back with more The Walking Dead with, you know, me, Duhad, the Brony Gamer, and Delta/Marthroy. And this time we should actually have sound that isn't horrible.
Yeah.
Isn't ear breaking.
Yes, and less people calling the goddamn phone next to the computer.
Ring ring.
Banana phone.
Hey, Sean.
On this case, con phone.
My mom was going to be in
Really?
No sweat, man.
Oh god.
I'll catch you tomorrow night.
Freaking.
It was nice to meet you both.
Really? Just everybody sending messages like all the damn time, constantly? Really? We have phone call, a cell phone call, and Steam.
I was worried it'd be bad here, too.
Anyway.
Been quiet as usual the past couple days. Well, reckon down the way thinks his mare's gone lame, but that ain't
No.
I wouldn't have made it back without Chet.
Well, I'm glad you took him with you then.
Is that like a
brought a
moose
couple
on his
guests.
jacket? Because that looks like a moose.
We
Canadian,
just need a little
obviously.
help.
I think it is a moose.
Good. You're welcome to stay here.
Is it? Oh, is it?
Nice.
It's not the Lacoste
Well,
logo, is it?
breakfast.
Was that?
So it's
Not
just
the
you and
Lacoste
your
logo.
daughter, then.
I don't know.
Not his daughter. He's the
Like,
babysitter.
like an alligator.
Honey, do you know this man?
I don't know how suspicious Herschel is.
Okay then. Well,
Also, I love
Looks like
that
you
little
were
exchange
pretty
when
bad
you say,
there.
I'm just some guy. It's just sort of like, I'm just,
Yeah.
you know, some guy who
doing
happened to find her. And her was just like,
well,
this
Sean,
stranger,
run on in
you
and check on
know
your
him.
sister. You take a seat up on the porch. and I'll
It's
go
amazing
see
clumsy
what I
answer.
And my
Well,
first question was, how old are you?
Yeah.
It's funny though, because if you look at the percentages, like you can look them up online when people are like, "What did you answer?" and it's
Let's
like a
have a
neighbor,
look.
her babysitter, just some guy. Most people
Yeah.
picked just some guy.
This is sworn
People
to hell.
tended to try and be a little bit honest, at least in this early stage. Kind of
Could be worse.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Seems like things got awful bad in the cities.
Luckily,
What did
us
you say your
country
name
folks
was?
don't cotton to them city zombies.
It's Lee.
Nice to meet you, Lee. I'm Herschel Green. How'd this happen?
Jumping a fence,
Running from something?
just like everybody else.
Herschel's always like the
What
one
type of
character I
danger
feel
is
like
the girl
I'm on edge with. Like whatever I say, he won't believe me for some reason.
The kind
Yeah.
there's a lot of.
Even if I tell him the
A few lonely
truth,
days
he won't
when
believe
nothing
me.
but the dead keeping him company.
Yeah.
Still just can't imagine
Herschel's
it.
kind of a jerk.
Consider yourself lucky.
I mean,
House
to be
is
fair,
full up
he's
with mine.
like,
We got
even when
another
you're the
just
most
family
honest you can be with him, you're never
down the
really
line.
fully honest with him, so
Daughter, welcome
he's
to
not
us there.
wrong to be suspicious, but yeah, he's
I didn't
super
get your
hostile.
name, darling.
Yeah.
Clementine.
Can't imagine what you've been through, Clementine.
With a name like that, you
Looking
must have
after
been
her
picked
until
on
we
horribly.
Find her parents.
I mean, your name is
Hey,
just
Dad,
so stupid.
So I'm thinking, first thing tomorrow, we gotta reinforce the fence around the farm.
That doesn't.
I actually
seem
suggested to a
necessary.
friend of mine that he should name his,
I don't know
his,
what you saw on TV or
daughter
heard on the radio,
Clementine,
but there's some
and he's
serious
just like, no,
Shit hitting the
No.
fan. I don't think anyone knows how big it is yet.
not doing that. I wouldn't worry too
We're
much.
pretty far from the city. Seems like that's where it's the worst.
Yeah. Stuff like that doesn't happen around
It's
here,
not
Sean.
that big a
Dad, I'm
deal.
serious. Lee, come on. Tell him what you saw out there, man.
I don't know, I didn't see nothing.
Teenage girl with her guts spilled out on the floor. stood
I
up
should've
from
just
the
said
dead
nothing.
And tried to bite me.
Well, do what you think you should. We got. plenty
Well,
of
all
tools
right, I
as
suppose
is.
if girls
Lee and
with a
those
gut
folks in the
spilling
barn
out
can
trying
help
to
out in
bite
the
you,
morning. We gotta do
I
it.
suppose you could possibly
already
take some
said,
time to
okay.
build a fence.
Well,
I
I'm
guess.
all done here.
Maybe.
Start to feel better
Whatever.
tomorrow.
Thanks.
Still wouldn't worry too much.
Your lady
I still
is
think you're just
fine.
trying to get out of milking the cow.
Probably dealing with an infection.
I mean, it may have just been somebody with a really bad wound and they were hungry.
Just have to shoot you.
Yay, Kenny!
Kenny,
We'll clean it, redress it, and you'll be
the best.
Okay, that'd be preferable.
Yeah, well, luckily,
There's
you
blankets and
know,
such in
that's
the
managed,
barn.
so we will
Good
never
to
get
see
an
you
infection
bright and
again.
early. Come tomorrow. Which way you think you're headed?
Oh wow, it's so much nicer not having to hear Duck whenever your volume's off. Yeah, there's a tractor and a fence and we're gonna
Hey
do
guys,
everything here.
I found a tractor. Can I run over your leg with it?
It smells like
Shit.
Shit.
Even Kenny's like he's dumb as a bag of hammers. It's funny.
That was a
Oh,
swear.
God.
I
Oh,
miss my mom and dad.
I bet, Clem.
How
Shame
far
they're
is
dead.
Savannah?
like a
Pretty
million miles away.
Oh.
You'll never see them again.
Okay.
See, this is one thing. This always happens in games, and it has to do with animation. But like, characters are always sleeping fully clothed on top of their covers.
Yep.
It has
Sounds
to
like
be
me in real
Sleep
life.
fully clothed to be-
really. You sleep like that in real life? Don't
I always sleep on top of the covers. Unless I'm
really?
just really, really
I
cold.
don't know about you, I'm naked all the time.
Hey, get
Well,
up.
I ain't gonna argue with that.
I'm
It's
itchy.
an incorrect fact, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
Don't
you
get
slept in a
excited.
barn, little lady. Lucky you don't have spiders in your hair.
Best
But I
dad
bet your
in the
daddy scared
world.
them all away, huh?
I'm
I know, right?
not her dad. Name's Lee.
I'm Kenny.
Dad, we're in the middle of a fence. There's
Best
a
character in the
tractor and
game.
everything.
Just
Better
arrived.
get going, or we won't hear the end of it.
I thought that character was in part
That's my
4.
boy, Ken Jr. We call him Duck.
Oh no! Ken Jr. is the best.
Oh.
Where do
Yeah.
parents name their kids Duck?
The
From Fort
best.
Lauderdale. We were on our way back before things up and went
He's so good.
bananas.
He's the best. I love this kid.
The word is you
He's
were
like
on your
the
way to
child
Macon.
character of the
My
year.
family's from there.
Unlike that annoying
Well, Macon's on
Clementine
the
with her
way.
emotions
Personally,
and
I'd
growth
appreciate
and
the company of a guy
not
who can
annoying
Stuff.
voice.
knock a couple of heads together if he has to.
Fuck
Thanks,
off, Kenny.
but No thanks.
Damn, friend. You must be some kind of something if you think you two can survive out there on your own.
Plus, he's got an
Hey,
awesome
Doug, This
mustache.
is Lee.
He does.
And what's the girl's name?
Clementine.
Clementine.
That is a very pretty name.
Thanks.
Well, we should get to work. We've all seen what those things can do out there, so the faster we get this fence up, the better.
I want to build a fence.
Yeah? Well, I need a good foreman. You can sit on the tractor and yell at me whenever I take a water break.
On the tractor? Cool.
Oh man, Duck is so awesome. It's so
Oh, he's got the world's greatest name. I mean,
I
if
can
I was named
keep an
after a
eye on your
waterfowl,
little
I think I'd be
girl
pretty
on the
awesome
porch.
too.
yeah, I know.
Can
Seriously, like if I ever have a kid, I'm gonna just call him Duck, like Duckington the Third.
And if you have like another kid, you know, like Condor, and then like
Oh well, then there's like
Swan,
a kid,
Goose. Oh, that's what you should do. You should have like a load of kids,
Oh,
right? Name
yeah.
most of them Duck and one of them Goose.
Dude,
Yes.
dude, yes. Oh, so I need to talk. I want to talk to Kenny first because, fuck, I'm already here. All right, Duck, what you got to say? What insights?
How you doing, Duck?
Good. I'm going to drive the tractor.
Damn straight you are,
I'm
son.
the foreman. Lift with your back, Sean.
Man, he's so precocious and wonderful. I love him. He's so good.
Hey, Lee.
This kid could never accidentally kill someone.
Never. He's too good for that.
Need a hand?
In fact,
That'd
I
be
bet if he
great.
did,
If
it
you
would
could
be
cut
the other
those two
guy's
guys to
fault.
length, that sure speed
Yeah,
things up.
probably.
All right, well, I'll cut this board in half. That seems like it'll
And
be
then put it in
helpful.
your
Dad
pocket.
doesn't know how bad it is.
I think it is nice, especially after Jurassic Park, to see
I saw a
characters
guy in
doing
Atlanta kill a
things
kid.
in these conversations,
boy.
as opposed to just sort
Just shot
of
him
walking
right in
or
the
standing around
face.
awkwardly staring at each other. Or Bioware.
Was the boy one of the walkers?
I don't even know. He was either attacking
See,
the
this is
guy
the
or
problem I have
asking
with
for
like
help.
Bioware and Obsidian
didn't
and
hesitate.
Bethesda. Like they have
Just
great
turned,
games,
put
but
the barrel of the gun
like
right
all of
between
their
the kid's
conversations
eyes.
take place while both characters stand
Trigger.
awkwardly,
You
you know,
don't see
with
things
like
like
their
that.
arms either at their sides
not
or
like in the
folded over their,
movies.
They don't fall like
chest.
Yeah, they kind of solve
Yeah,
that in,
each
in
other's eyes.
Oblivion to a little bit. If you talk to someone who's say like using a blacksmith's forge or something, they'll continue to use it while you talk to them.
Yeah, I mean,
But
this- yeah.
but it's nowhere near as good as it is in this.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, well, communication, they'll have little canned animations that they're doing
I
instead,
couldn't do
but
that.
you almost never see,
I'm just
like,
glad we're
you
getting
know,
this fence
characters
built.
really
Dad just wants to keep the
doing
family
things in
safe
conversations.
when
And I kind of
things
understand
inviting
that
people
in,
is a bigger threat than whatever's
yeah, I
out
kind of see
there.
that in Bethesda games and Obsidian
about
games.
yours?
There's so many
How's your
characters, so
family?
many dialogues, and you're doing the whole thing in such a way that kind of wouldn't make sense to have. You know, it wouldn't make a lot of sense to try and make special animations for
Well,
every
they weren't in
conversation, since
Atlanta, right? So that's good.
you know it's all from a first-person perspective and all that. But Bioware
That's
doesn't
probably
have
all
that
I need cut
excuse.
for now. Thanks.
you know, Bioware. I love Bioware games to death, but you know, there's no reason why every conversation in those games should be had by characters standing, you know, stiffly at attention. Especially when a lot of times they'll actually stop doing other things in order to stand stiffly at attention.
Yeah.
Isn't that how you talk to people, Asa?
of course,
Do you not in the middle of the street just doing something and you just suddenly just stop, arms at sides, blah 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah. Pretty much. Like I'll be walking with my dog, and then like I'll see a guy, and I will sort of like walk around so I'm facing directly in front of them, and you know, talk to them. Like even if I'm just saying hi. What's your plan?
So what's your family's plan?
Get back on down
That's an
to
interesting
Lauderdale
thing
and
now
let
that I
this
just
mess get
realized it,
sorted
that
out.
that Sean says whenever you're
Government will
talking to him,
start
like whenever
handing out
Kenny's
shots
cutting
and
the
National
2
Guard
by
will do
still
its
link.
thing. On the odd
As he
chance
talks about
things got
his
too
dad's like,
bad, we could hop on
and
the
my dad
boat, I
thinks
guess.
that, you know, inviting people in is a bigger
I'm a
threat than
commercial
whatever's out
fisherman,
there.
catching
And
mackerel,
he's actually
dolphin,
right.
Whatever's biting
Yeah.
and paying.
When you think
Got
about it
you
later
when
on,
you're
because they
wild
talk
about
about
it,
later
but
on in the
boat's not
game
that
how
bad.
the living people are so much more of a threat than the dead are.
How's your
Yeah,
son
no,
doing?
seriously, like every major,
Good, I think.
like horrible thing that
Katya's got a
happens
sister
almost
up in
entirely
Memphis.
is
We were
dependent
coming back
upon
from visiting her. We were in a gas station
you know,
and some
the
guy
living being
grabbed my
far
boy.
worse than the dead. Like the
Thought he
only
was
time
kidnapping him. I
that
was
is
on the
subverted
fucker in
is
about 2 seconds.
episode 4 to an extent.
Just lucky
Yeah.
I was
Well,
there.
also,
We saw
in
a
a
lot
lot
of
of these
bodies
games,
before
you,
we
you get
stumbled
like,
upon
I
Hershey's.
don't actually know how true this would be,
We're a
but
tough
like
family,
when the zombie
baby.
apocalypse and stuff goes
Ain't
to
nothing
shit,
gonna faze us.
why does everyone start killing each other and turning into bandits and stuff?
Need any help?
I'd actually normally
I
I'd
think I
say
got it.
you know it's probably like
You need
like
any help?
it doesn't make a lot of sense. But here's the thing:
What do you mean?
have
I
ever
mean, in taking care of
have
that
either
little
of you
girl.
ever heard about the
You
game
know what you're doing?
Daisy?
You got kids of your own?
Yeah.
Okay, well, for Delta's sake and the sake of the audience,
I have no idea what I'm doing.
yeah. So I already told him
Least
I'm
you're
not going
honest.
with him,
Shit.
but I also am
Better
not saying I
than
have
was
no
with that
idea.
shit.
I just don't want to hang out
You'll
with
figure
you.
it out.
See you.
Oh, that's actually a nice shot there. Anyway, what I was saying was, you know, Daisy is a big open
have such
sandbox
pretty
mod
hair.
having a
made
nice time
in
with
the
Katya
Arma
Clementine?
3 Arma 2
Yeah.
engine. That's now being made into a full game.
Hey there,
Arma
girls.
2 is a super realistic military
You two
simulator,
actually look relaxed.
and
I think we're doing
Daisy
just
kind of
fine.
took that idea of
Clementine
an
was
ultra,
just telling me
you
about
know,
first
realistic
grade.
game,
Oh.
and cranked it up to 11 with
How's
everything
that?
from like heat
It's
conditions
easy.
and
Well,
food,
yeah.
like need to eat and drink and all this stuff,
So,
in a zombie
you good?
apocalypse survival game.
Anyway, it's almost
Now,
like
in this
we didn't
game,
see people
there
eating
are,
each
you know,
other
it's a
for the
huge
past 3
open
years.
server, you
It's
know,
peaceful,
tons of space, lots of loot, and zombies. You know, firing guns and stuff will draw hordes,
So,
all this stuff. Like,
what
it's
are you
actually
doing?
really,
Corpses aren't
it's
walking
about as
around.
close as you're going to get to an actual
I'm a
zombie
veterinarian
apocalypse
back in Fort
simulator.
Lauderdale, like Herschel
Uh,
here,
and in the
except
game,
more with dogs and cats. and
There's no
not
real,
horses.
you know,
What is
heavy
it that you
incentive
do?
to kill people.
I used to teach up at
You know,
the
like you can kill
University of
people and steal
Georgia.
their stuff, but there's no
We need
like
to hope
score.
that we
There's
can
no,
go back to our
you know,
jobs
it's not a death
soon.
match. You don't kill
Back
people in
to
order to
normal.
rack up
It
points.
can't stay like this.
How
And
many
yet-
points do I receive?
But here's the thing.
My mistake.
We'll
Even with that,
all be home soon.
people, as a rule of thumb,
did you
tended
handle
to
getting
turn
to the
bandit
city?
really easily.
Can you just
Like even for
drove?
the smallest rewards,
We
they'd
passed so
like
many
you
people
know
that needed help, and
shoot
we
people,
just
set up
passed
traps
people.
with supply
Over some,
drops in
just-
order to lure in more
just-
people.
It's okay.
You know,
It's
like,
fine.
like the thing is, people
see.
when left on their own,
I
when
want to
you
go
take away
home
the
tomorrow,
rules and
but even
allow
then I
them
can't
to
take away
you
the
know
things
just
and-
do whatever they want to do in order to get you know and give them even a small incentive
Don't
with
you
no
wanna go back to the
repercussion.
moment before you knew
Go
about all
friggin'
this?
evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure in real life people wouldn't do
Things
that.
were
I mean,
bad before. Bad now.
you know, for
but
example, in
they're
games, you know, I
different,
can
you
be
see?
I can be a dick against.
People are eating each
Let's
other.
think, for example, like in
Well, they weren't
TF2,
before.
like you
The
can
facts,
you have
the
like trade
politics,
servers,
the crap.
and you can kill each other, but there's no
Things
real
are
point to
gone.
killing each other.
Hell
But you
comes
can
from a lot
also
of
some people
different
won't kill each other, and you're band together even though you're on different teams. You know, you'll stand around each other. And even though it's really fun sometimes to play as spy or whatever and actually still kill people, and even though they think they trust you, I would never do it in real life. So I don't think people would. I don't think it would be as bad as like massive groups of bandits just killing people for no reason.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
like when I was
no.
watching Last of Us, and I had a real problem with the amount of bandits there were in that game.
Well, let's put it this way. You know, think about it like this.
Not sure.
People, as a rule, are kind of group animals.
How'd you get out
you
of
know,
Atlanta?
you have a large number of people doing one thing, it's gonna tend to affect how.
I was on my way out anyway.
Sorry.
Timing of all this just Happen to be right.
Just happen to be right.
It
Okay.
is a good time for the
All the dip.
Yeah, the thing is, people,
The
as a rule of thumb, like,
spawns are
if a whole bunch
nice
of people are doing
Had
something,
you told
others
me
will
20
follow
years
suit.
ago I'd still be doing this, I would have
You
told
know,
you that you were
for the most part, that
crap.
actually works out fairly
Never
well
was a
in everyone's
plan.
favor because
Having a
everyone
place like
follows the
this.
law, everybody
It
tries
was
to
in
do
the
the right
family,
thing,
yes,
and
so
so
was
other
I.
people will, you know,
Family's
mirror that
important.
behavior. You know,
So
people
it
want to be
matters.
accepted into the group.
You agree with that?
When you're dealing
Was
with,
brought up
you know,
to?
an
Yes.
apocalypse and like you have some
Where's
real
your family
dirtbags
now?
going around shooting people
Parents,
for stuff
wife,
and
girlfriend.
talking about how much stuff they'll get by shooting other people and getting their
No
friends to
family.
help them with that,
I had a beta fish
you're
on
going to
that
generally
desk
end up with a
the
situation where the people who are willing to kill
I
each
hope
other
someone
are either
remembers
going
to beat
to
'em.
get other people to join
But now
them
you've got this little girl
or
to
shoot
take
the
care
people
of.
who don't
Clementine,
want
is
to
it?
do that
You just
stuff.
stumbled up on
so that
her?
other people feel, you know, compelled to, you know, do that, to resort to that stuff just so they don't get killed by the original people who are doing that
I
stuff.
was being attacked and she came to my rescue.
So what I'm saying is,
Can I give you a piece
it's
of
not
advice?
necessarily. I do agree that it's probably not likely. Fuck off.
Mind your own business.
I don't know who you are or
yeah,
what you did, but
sorry.
you better become a better
If
liar
you-
fast.
Oh,
Let's say
Hirsch
things
don't
don't
know
get
much
better
of it.
back in the cities, or they get worse before they do.
Anyway,
You're gonna have
I
to
don't agree.
depend on
I agree that
honesty
people
and
probably
strangers
aren't
if
going to
you're
turn bastards as
If those
quickly as
same
they
people
do in
get to
most
question your
apocalypse
words,
media,
you're gonna
but I
be in
would say
trouble.
there's probably at least a grain of
whoever
truth
you
to the
are
idea
and
that people
whatever you
will
did,
go nasty
keep it to your
if
damn
the situation turns bad enough.
Oh, and trying
Yeah.
to be less of an asshole would serve you just fine.
Go! I'll get my gun.
Oh shit! What was Kacha doing inside the house?
Stealing things?
Oh no! Duck! What have you done?
Sean tried to kill him, so he ran him over. Obviously.
Okay, well I'm saying the best character.
It's funny because like whenever you play this later on, you realize like how much of a bad job that everybody that's trying to save one person or the other does in this scene. Like part of the time you'll just see somebody just standing there not sure what to do.
I got you. We're almost through. Now, Sean, get this tractor off of
Like right here, he's just standing right there whenever Kenny comes.
Yeah, I love how Lee just sort of stands there.
He just stands there and watches. He doesn't like try to do anything until he gets the phone.
Oh, nasty.
Oh, that's his ass eating. Literally.
That there is some shit. Oh, dude, he's got a huntsman. Hitman's heat maker. Blood's on his head's clean off.
Could call it
That's done.
face remover of a certain grey Pegasus.
One could almost.
It's clearly me snapping there, because I'm about 2 feet in front of him.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here!
Language, sir. There are fucking children here.
Sorry! Your son is alive. You don't get to be sorry. And you didn't even try to help.
Well, I did, just really badly.
I was worried about the boy.
Look at him.
But you weren't worried about that.
Please, just go.
Get out and never come.
I love how, like, mood swing he's in, like, that one line where he's just like, please, just go and never come back! It's like swung from fear to, like, sadness to anger. Well, I mean, that's actually kind of realistic, but it's just kind of goofy
Got
to
that
watch.
ride to Macon if you want it.
I told you I didn't want the ride to... Oh, fine, whatever. I wanted to see the new version of The Walking Dead where I walk off in that direction and just sort of, keep going, see what happens.
Yep.
Okay, well, this place looks good. Sure, nothing bad will happen here at all.
Well, this is as far
Oh
as
wait,
we're going.
did you actually end
far
up bringing
enough.
up that timer? Because when I got that text message, it kind of killed the stopwatch.
Oh, nope, not really.
So, hey guys.
I just realized something about this scene though. Whenever they're like driving into Macon in the car, it's kind of weird that Lee's in the passenger seat, not Kenny's wife.
Huh.
Apparently, only the men are good enough to sit in the front.
It's because Lee and
Hey
Kenny
there.
have an
You
epic
friendly?
romance brewing.
Trucks run out of
This
gas.
is true.
Womp womp. How will our heroes get out of this one?
Find out next time on Owen.
Once again, we're displaying how stupid they can be in the first days. It's because if they're zombies, obviously it's a bad idea to get their attention. And if they're not zombies and they're, you know, still living people, there's a very good chance that the living people could try to attack them.
We can't take risks like this.
And that's where we're gonna stop for right now. We'll see you guys next week.